It looks like we're going to do it. Bitcoin is going up towards $70,000. Again, we are getting out of this descending channel. Bitcoin is looking fantastic today. Let's cover that. Let's talk about the miners. Those are doing an amazing amount of movement today. So much more than this morning when I first got on here. So we're going to have to do an update for the afternoon. Let's have a look at this amazing day we just had. So anyways, we're talking about Bitcoin right now. We went as high as $70,427 today. We're currently at $69,384. We're hanging out just under that $70,000 level, but we are currently outside of the larger descending channel. This one right here, this is gone. This is done here. This other green line here, this is also done here. That is the inverted head and shoulders. It is playing out. It is almost towards the top of that move. Can we run more? Potentially. Let's take a look here at the Bollinger Band and the SMA. So the Bollinger Band is in white. We are currently outside of it. So we likely will come back inside of the Bollinger Band, which is currently, where's it at? It's currently right here at 68,989. We may find ourselves closing underneath that in the next day or two, depending on what happens with this Bollinger Band. Now, if we go out to the weekly on this thing, let's see how far we are towards the top of that. Yeah, on the weekly, we could drive upward on the daily Bollinger Band all the way up to $80,000 before we tap it on the weekly. Now, we may stay under it or just ride it as we move up on that Bollinger Band, but it absolutely could run up to $80,000 before encountering really strong resistance from a weekly Bollinger Band. So just because we're on it on the daily doesn't mean that we are going to be stopping there, but we might find ourselves being held back from any more of these huge candles unless it just absolutely blows away the Bollinger Band. It is looking a lot like it did back here, which was, let's see, what day was that? February 27th, where we notice how we hit the Bollinger Band just like we are right now, just kind of slightly over it, and then we went way over it for a day, went sideways for about a week, and then we just kept going way up into it, and then sideways for a few days, and then way up again. We might see a movement something like that if this volume continues to hold. And right now, it looks like volume is actually growing again right now, as you can see on my volume oscillator here. And this is looking fantastic. I absolutely love this move. This is exactly what we've been waiting for, and we are reaping the rewards of that right now in the Bitcoin miners as well as on MicroStrategy. So let's take a look at Bit Digital right now. Bit Digital was up over 21.66%. I am so happy about the hundreds of shares I've been buying here under $2.34. This is absolutely a fantastic move. We went right to the top of this ascending channel I've got right here. We are outside of this aggressive descending channel, and we are setting a new trend here. This is absolutely a change of character that we've just enacted here with this big old candle. We'll see if it holds. Hopefully it holds. If Bitcoin can get back over and hold $70,000, if it can continue to push into the daily Bollinger Band, we should see this thing continue to climb up with Bitcoin. So this is pretty fantastic, and you'll see we are way outside the daily Bollinger Band right now on Bit Digital. So it has to come all the way back to down to 246 in order to get back inside that thing, or we need to see the Bollinger Band expand. We are over the 200-day SMA right now, though, and we went just right back to it in the post. As you can see right here, post is 261. We're just laying right on top of it. Are we going to continue to go up? Are we going to destroy that 200-day SMA? I really hope so. That would be fantastic to see that happen and see the beginning of that summer run just start to take off. That would be just fantastic. I can't wait for it. We're going to wait for that summer run, and it looks like we are getting the beginnings of it. We'll see. We'll see. It might come back down to that 234 area again, potentially, but if we hold above the 200, like if we hold above the 200, the only thing in our way from going way higher is $3. We have to get above that $3 mark, and then we can go way higher, way fast. Now, if we get beaten back down beneath the 200, we're likely to come back down to the 13 and the 50 down here at $2.25. That's if the 200 is not conquered. We are currently above it, so if we hold above it for a day or two, I would say that we are looking to confirm above it, and that would be pretty fantastic for the next move up. That would be great. So let's take a look at another one. Mara did exceptionally well today as well. Mara is up 14.76% today. I did sell one of the calls that I purchased last week. It was up 60% in a couple of days, so I sold that one. I am holding on to a couple more still. I didn't sell all of them. I just sold one. Like, I'm selling out as it goes up and up and up and up. We'll see. I am expecting potentially a little pullback because, I mean, it's a double-digit day. I mean, to not expect some type of a pullback seems crazy, but I mean, maybe we don't, maybe we do. We'll see. That's why I didn't sell all of them. That's why I only sold like one of my calls that I had opened for, if 60% profit, and we'll see. It could come back down to that 1980 level one more time, and if it did, I'd rebuy that call in a heartbeat. And of course, this is not financial advice and not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. It's just a review of the charts. So that's what Mars looking like right now, up 14.76% today. What about Bitfarms? What did Bitfarms do today? Plus 4%. Not as good. Not as good. That's a little bit disappointing, to be honest. It's not great, but it's not terrible. I mean, we are currently still just below that 200-day moving average. We really have to get above this thing, above the 200-day at 191 to really see Bitfarms starting to move. I think there are certain headwinds that are holding it back right now. And once those are cleared up, I do think this thing will run, but we're waiting. We're still just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with the lawsuit, with the new leadership. Who is it going to be? Which direction are they going to take the company? There's uncertainty, and Wall Street doesn't like uncertainty. And that's the issue with Bitfarms right now, is there is some uncertainty clouding this price action for the moment. That doesn't mean it's going to be here forever. Once it's cleared up, I think Bitfarms is probably likely to do a pretty significant run, just like its peers, but there are some things holding it back right now simply due to that uncertainty. And that's just a fact of the market. It doesn't like uncertainty. And if you are presenting information that feels uncertain to the market, you're going to be punished for it. And that's what's been happening to us on Bitfarms right now, unfortunately. But I don't view this as a bad thing. I view this as an accumulation opportunity. For me personally, I have been accumulating a significant amount of shares below the $2 level on Bitfarms, and I will continue to do so because, honestly, in my opinion, and of course this is not financial advice and not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever, in my opinion, Bitfarms has a lot of growth potential here going forward into the future. All right, let's take a look at CleanSpark. What is going on with CleanSpark? That was up 14.22%, very similar to Marathon Digital. We are above the $18 mark. We closed above the $18 mark. Where are we on the SMAs? We are back above the 50. If we can hold above this 50 for a couple of days, we got some movement in CleanSpark just waiting for us. This is good. I love all this area of accumulating right here, which has honestly been going on since early February. This is building up so much pressure. Like, this thing is going to move when it moves, and it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. It's going to be beautiful. Let's see, what else do we have on here that could be something we want to look at? RIOT. RIOT is another one to look at right now. They were up 8.95%. We are coming up almost over that $11 range. Here we are at 1091 in the after hours. 1096 is where we closed today. We got to get back above this orange dotted line here, and then above the 200, which is just below the Bollinger Band for the daily. So that might hold us back there once we get up to $12. But we'll see. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Let's take a look at some of our other favorites like IREN. What's IREN doing today? It's up 5.65%. I can't remember what I said this morning, but I do feel like I said something about $6 or $7. And look where it went, $6.66. Beautiful. It went right up to the top there, got rejected from the area where it had touched before, which is normal, especially being outside of the Bollinger Band. We might see ourselves come back down to about 577 and then make a retest of that high again and see if we can't take it out this time. Nothing to be concerned about there. That actually looks like a pretty healthy move. Let's take a look at TeraWulf. That one is up 9.49% as well. 213. This is great. We're breaking out of this descending channel. And I said when we break out of this descending channel, we're likely to, once we get above the 20 and 50 SMAs here, 221. Once we get above those, we can make a run for the top of the Bollinger Band there, which is going to be at 265 area once we're over that. Let's take one look at the Cipher warrants real quick. This is the last thing we're going to look at today. Let me turn off all the SMAs because these don't matter on this one as much. It was up 6% today at 114. This pennant here really kind of got dragged out a little further, didn't it? Like, let me just go like this, and let me move these around a little bit. I don't want to go moving it too much, but it's kind of annoying that it continued on. There we go. Move it out here a little bit. Let's see. It's still just kind of building up pressure in this space here. And with these big moves, if Bitcoin goes over 70, honestly, if Bitcoin goes up to 80K, I would not be surprised to see this come up and tap like this line up here at like 224-ish, where I would absolutely exit my shares like immediately if it got up there. No questions asked. I wouldn't even look back. If you're holding on to MicroStrategy, we did a textbook head and shoulders here, right here in this circle, and we took right off from it. We're heading right for the top of it, which is, guess where? $2,000. It looks like MicroStrategy wants to head for as long as Bitcoin holds its strength and continues on its path up to 70K and above. Right now, we are testing back to the top of this box here where I thought there would be resistance, and it just showed that there really wasn't any. We had one little pause for one day and then sliced right through it the next 2 days, right up to the top of it. We're retesting it back on top of that box in the after hours, as you can see right here. We're back up over $17,000. Honestly, if any one of you bought this at $1,000 down here on this hammer candle, congratulations to you. You absolutely crushed this thing. You did exactly what you needed to do to make a ton of money on this particular stock. Congratulations, this thing is looking fantastic as well. As long as Bitcoin holds its strength, I don't see this thing not going up to $2,000 long before Tesla gets back to 200. So that is it for the day. It was a fantastic day. Hopefully you're there celebrating, able to take advantage of some of these gains that we've been waiting for such a long time, and just enjoy this awesome, fantastic day. And hopefully this continues to rally on. I mean, the price even right now is kind of still going up a little bit. Let's take a look at what's been doing in the last 30 minutes. We had a little tiny dip and we're sort of flattening out. Looks like we might want to come back up. Let's take a look at what the SMAs are looking like. Yeah, we hit the 5 on the 30. We might go back up again. Take a look at the hourly real quick. That same on the hourly. We could come down just a little bit more, 69,193. Hit the 5 and potentially continue on up. Let's see. I mean, hopefully that happens. Hopefully I come back in the morning and we're just absolutely crushing 70K. But right now, this is just excellent news today. It couldn't have been better, a better day. Hopefully all of you had also a fantastic day today. And with that said, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a profitable day.